going on, Lakers fans? Welcome into the Lakers Report. And coming up on today's show, are the Lakers likely drafting Bronny James in the second round? We got an interesting report that might suggest so. And then also, we get the latest Dejounte Murray Lakers trade rumors. As it's looking like the Lakers tried to trade for the Atlanta Hawks guard at the NBA trade deadline. We'll discuss all this and more on today's show. But before we dive into that, guys, if you guys want the best Lakers offseason coverage out there, I'm asking you guys to hit that subscribe button. If you guys just want to stay up to date on the latest Lakers news and rumors, we will be your go-to YouTube channel no matter the time, no matter the day. If something happens around your Lake show, we will have a video for you guys ASAP, so hit that sub button. But the new report we got around Bronny James entering this draft is that he apparently is only working out for the Lakers and the Suns. I'll say that one more time. Bronny James is only working out for the Lakers and the Suns. And I'll tell you what, guys, I have never seen anything like this. Like, I've never seen a second-round pick in the NBA, NFL, like, come out there and say he's only working out for two teams. You would assume a guy like Bronny James would be working out with every single team in the NBA just to present his best, foot forward, and hopefully they take a chance on him. Well, Bronny's taking the other route. He's only meeting with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. And if you look at Bronny's numbers from this past season, he obviously did not, blow anybody away, and I understand that. Like, only averaging 4.8 points per game. The efficiency was terrible at 36% from the field, 26% from downtown. But, I still am a believer in Bronny James, and I'll explain my thoughts here in a second. But I did find this quote from Gilbert Arenas, and, I'm not saying Gilbert Arenas is the end-all, be-all when, evaluating draft prospects, but I thought this was interesting. He said he reminds me of a more athletic Drew Holiday. He is a very smart kid. He will be, at his height, a 19-7-7 type of player who is also going to be a lockdown defender. And I think Drew Holiday is a good comparison for Bronny, but this is his ceiling comparison. Like, this is if Bronny, takes every right move, makes every right step, and develops his game to the highest. I think his ceiling comparison is very similar to Drew Holiday. They're very similar athletically. I think they both, obviously Drew Holiday, one of the best, guard defenders we have in the NBA. His, center of gravity is very low. He's got a really strong chest, so guys can't just blow right around him and blow right through him. But I think Bronny could be very similar. Also through Derek White out there. I don't know if Bronny would ever be the shooter Derek White is, as he does have a slower release compared to him. But Bronny also came out and said that these two are the ones he wants to replicate his game the most, and I think that is a great kind of a great goal for him if he does want to develop in the NBA. But Brian Windhorst also had an interesting quote talking about Bronny and just him going throughout this draft process. He says he was very impressive with teams and individual meetings. Teams don't know him very well because he was kept out of the public eye and didn't really talk publicly at all. So they were trying to guess based on what they've heard from other people and what he did on social media. He performed very well in those meetings. And listen, I will stand in this camp and I will stand strong in it. I am a Bronny James believer, and this is not me saying I think he's going to be an all-star. I think he's going to be an all-NBA type of player. No, I think he is going to be a very solid role player in the NBA. And what do you want from role players? You want guys who are smart, tough, dependable, can play within a team offensively, and can just be, in my opinion, if you're going to be a good role player in the NBA, you got to be above average defensively. I think Bronny James, checks all those boxes. And I don't really understand the hate or the doubt around him. I understand if you look at his college numbers, you're like, man, this guy, why would I take a guy who averaged 5 points a game and was, one of the worst efficient ball players in college basketball last year? Well, you see his frame on screen right now. You see his athleticism. You see that long wingspan. And this kid is still only 19 years old. So I would take a chance on him. And also this, if drafting Bronny James in the second round means LeBron comes back, you take him. Like, if you are the Lakers, really think about it. Even if LeBron said, if you draft Bronny, there's a 75% chance I would come back. You take that chance because more likely than not, that player you would take in the second round instead of Bronny James will most likely not work out. And I actually think Bronny, if you got him in the Lakers organization, you had his dad with him every single day, I think you would keep him on the right track, and I think you could develop pretty nicely. Now, I'm not saying Bronny is going to be an all-star, an all-NBA player. I just don't think that is his ceiling. But I think he could be a guy like, a poor man's Drew Holiday if he really ends up working out. But, hey, you guys let me know. Would you draft Bronny James in the second round? Give me a D for draft or give me a P for pass down in the comment section. Really curious to see what you guys have to say. I think I would be in the camp where I'm a Bronny James believer. But hey, you guys let me know your thoughts down below. Now, coming up next, the Lakers. Are they trading for Dejounte Murray this summer? Well, we did get a report that they tried to trade for him last trade deadline. We'll dive into that here in a second. But first off, guys, I want to tell you guys about today's presenting sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. If you guys download the Prize Picks app and use promo code CLNS, we will match your first deposit up to $100. With Prize Picks, you can turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite sports this summer. You can make a Prize Picks lineup in as little as 30 seconds. You just need to pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you're locked in. If you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has got you covered every week, from lowering select player stat projections on Tuesdays, which increases your chances of getting a win, to getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become a part of the Prize Picks community today. The finals mean more on Prize Picks, and so do the star players. You get boosted payouts on select basketball stars that you won't find anywhere else. And also, when the finals are over, the hoops action does not stop on Prize Picks. Women's basketball is just getting started with young stars like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, looking to make names for themselves alongside greats like Breanna Stewart and Asia Wilson. You can win up to 100 times your cash by watching them ball out. Now, for June only, coming up here in about a week or so, there's always action on Prize Picks, and this is the perfect time to try out something new as basketball is winding down. Make sure to try out esports this month, because for every Wednesday and Saturday in June, if your lineup doesn't win, you'll get your entry fee back. Choose from Counter-Strike 2, Call of Duty, League of Legends, and more. Prize Picks has it all covered. So click that link, prizepicks.com/CLNS, and when you use promo code CLNS, we will match your first deposit up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. All right, let's talk about the Lakers trading for Dejounte Murray. As you know, the Lakers have been connected to a plethora of guards this offseason, and Dejounte Murray is the latest one to get connected to Los Angeles. This is what Eric Pincus said from Bleacher Report on a Dejounte Murray trade. He says, multiple sources say that before trading for Dennis Schroeder, the Brooklyn Nets were in talks with the Los Angeles Lakers for D'Angelo Russell, with LA getting Dejounte Murray from the Atlanta Hawks. That negotiation died between the Lakers and Hawks, but the Nets still need a starting caliber guard. So could they look at D'Angelo Russell? Well, they certainly could do so. But in terms of Murray coming to Los Angeles, Murray's a great basketball player, like really one of the best that we have in the NBA. I've always been a big fan of his game ever since he was coming out of college, and even when he was with the San Antonio Spurs. I was a fan of him. I was wrong. I was actually in the camp of saying I thought Trae Young and Murray would have worked out better than they did in Atlanta, but, I still think Murray's got a ton of potential. I mean, this past season, 35 minutes a game, still put up 22 a night, 6 assists, been always efficient, especially from the interior. But, I think people don't understand, Dejounte Murray is one of the best catch-and-shoot three-point shooters we have at the guard spot. I mean, look at his numbers from this past season. He shot 39.2%, and I think that was the biggest gripe or concern most fans had about him because, if you are playing next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you are going to need to, be able to shoot the ball from downtown, especially in a catch-and-shoot setting, and he was able to do so. Pull-up midi percentage great as well at 51.6%. Wasn't as good at the free throw line down this past year, only at 52.6%. Really struggled on floaters for a good section of this year, but I'm still a believer in him and his offensive game. And I think he is one of the NBA's best kept secrets. And what do I mean by that? Like, I feel like he is going to be one of those guys where, everybody knows who Dejounte Murray is. Like, the common NBA fan does, especially diehards know how good he is. But I feel like he's going to be one of those guys we're going to look up, if he does get traded to a championship contender and he's going to have a big-time playoff series, and we're going to be like, damn, man, I wish my team would have got in on the Dejounte Murray sweepstakes. So I'm a big fan of him, and, man, could you imagine the 1-2 punch that you would have with Murray and Davis? Like, not only defensively, but, I mean, these two would be fantastic offensively. You can start defensively. Like, I think Murray is one of the best point-of-attack guys we have in the league in terms of being a defensive player with a super long wingspan. I think it just can cause havoc for other teams. And you pair him up with Anthony Davis on the back end, like, they could create one of the best defenses we see in the league today. And also, they're pretty efficient from the free throw line down. They're both great at putting pressure on the rim. Pair that up with LeBron, like they would be one of the best in the league at getting to the basket. Now, would I prefer the Lakers to get a more, perimeter-oriented guard? Yes, I think that would be better for them. But, I mean, still, man, Dejounte Murray is, we showed the stats. He has an ability to shoot it from downtown. And, with a trade like this helps you for the now and also for the future. Like, you could have a combination of Murray and Anthony Davis for the next 5 years and kind of give you that time frame to go win some championships. But also, if you want to keep LeBron here, the two moves we talked about on today's show of drafting Bronny and trading for Dejounte Murray, I guarantee you LeBron would sign that deal tomorrow and going in on this championship window of next season. Take advantage of it. LeBron, I swear to God, he has not lost that battle to Father Time just yet. But, hey, you want to give him his best odds and, stack the chips in his direction, you go trade for a guy like Murray. But you guys let me know. Put on your GM hat. Would you trade for Dejounte Murray? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no down in the comment section. Let's see what you Lakers fans have to say. And also, hit that sub button, everybody. If you guys want daily Lakers videos, we'll be your go-to YouTube channel. So subscribe today. See you guys next time. Go Lakers.